Hey there everyone, it's Val and welcome back to the end of the day tour for the Ferret Business, the labors of Valentine and friends. So, well, looks like Gory is making achievements, so that's awesome. And I have some new things to show you today and a few things to tell you about. The first two things I would like to mention is that Robert has started streaming on Saturdays as well. So his Twitch channel, of course, is twitch.tv/ROBERTWSF. And I encourage you to go and check him out when he's streaming on Saturday. He will, from what I'm aware, he'll only be streaming on Saturday for now, for the Ferret Business, and possibly at random other times to show off some of his work on his other projects that are, well, his personal projects. So I hope you head over and give him a welcome and follow him. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. And hope you enjoy watching him. Right, so the other thing that I wanted to talk about was the fact that I'm in the Nether. And yes, in the Ferret Business, you have to be in the Nether to get your netherwort to grow, as I found out the hard way. So we have our 10-10-10 netherwork down here that I bred up, and so it'll have to be manual for now. And the reason for that is there is going to be an update fairly soon. It may even be out yet. I didn't have a chance to check today, but Kagan is coming out with an update that we've been waiting for eagerly to the mod pack. And when it comes out, because of the changes, we are going to, well, the world's going to have an apocalypse. But our base will be saved using MC Edit. This area down here obviously will go away. We have extra 10-10-10 seeds stashed, and we will basically build it up properly and have it feeding to our AE system at some point, so that we'll have as much netherwort as we need. But there's no point in doing that for now because we just have to redo it. So I'm hoping that next Saturday we might actually have the updated world, but I am not certain. All I can say is that it is coming up fairly soon in the next couple of weeks. So I'm looking forward to that, because then we can start doing the quests again, which we have been holding off doing, knowing that the update was coming out with extensive changes to the questing, and well, we didn't want to lose all our work and have to redo it in a different way. So alright, let's get out of the Nether and head back. Alright. And while I'm flying back, I wanted to mention, let's see if I can find the correct direction to fly back in. I think it's this way. Am I heading the right way? Hang on. The building's there. Oh, wait, no, it's this way. I wanted to mention that I encourage you to check out the first part of the stream from my stream today. So it'll be 1 out of 2. Instead of this one, or the one that this comes from, which is 2 out of 2. Because in that, Gory actually walks us through and talks about his amazingly complex setup to make use of the Cascade miner from Aura Cascade. There are a lot of parts to it, and I'll just give a really brief overview. The synopsis is, it's running entirely off of ghostwood. Ghostwood is being used to make arrows, because you can make the ghostwood fletching. The arrows, which you're hearing fire off, are being used to provide energy to the system. And the issues that he was having last time was that there just wasn't enough power going in, and it has to be, I think, 2600 per tick. I'm sure he'll correct me if I'm spouting the wrong number. If you don't have that much energy, then it just doesn't work. He's also done a complex program in the computer there, and I'm kind of hoping it'll happen while I'm hanging out here, but it looks 2500. Okay, well, I was close. In order to speed things up, while these things do heal up over time, it's very slow. And oh, Gory's going to come by and trigger the builder. Well, you'll see what's going to happen. To make the whole process much quicker, Gory has come up with an ingenious solution, and he's going to show us So we don't have to wait for this to heal up between uses of the singularity. Just have to wait. Isn't that awesome? And it's so fast. Gory has done an amazing job on this system, and it makes use of quite a few different mods in order to make this work with Aura Cascade. And that is just amazing. But, like I said, I will try to highlight it. I don't know if I'll get the highlight done tonight, but I will do it in the next few days. If you don't have time to look through the first part of my stream from today, I will have a highlight out which will cut out just that section for you to watch and have Gory walk us through it. And you get to hear Gory's voice for the first time too in it, so awesome. He does in fact have a voice. Which of course I knew, but, well, you guys didn't. Oh, there's the list. Ender.io, RF tools, MFR, extra utilities, and support from Jabba and storage drawers. Wow. That's one of the things I will say Gory is really good at, is taking a lot of different mods, putting them together, and making some cool complex systems out of them. Oh, and Natura and Mechanism. And probably a couple others that you'll think of after as I wander off and talk about other things. But I'm so impressed with what he's done here. It's incredible. Alright, so you might notice that we've moved some of the stuff out of here, and in fact, we've taken the gold ore berries out of here. So this blackout curtain currently is not being used. But I will show you where everything has been moved to. Now, a lot of this was actually done off camera by Greater Raider and Gory. They have been busy automating a lot of stuff. So I will show you what I know. And, well, they've been very busy. They have added both void upgrades as well as obsidian upgrades to a lot of the storage drawers. Not all of them, obviously. In fact, I'm going to need to add some to these to make sure that we don't overfill them. And that if they do get full, that they will be voided for the vegetables. Because I've been working on the farm today. And, oh, before I forget about it, Greater Raider has upgraded our armor to dark helms. And I know that he has upgraded his. I haven't done any of that on mine yet. I think he might have put, I don't know if empowered is what he put on it or not. But anyway, also Manuelin longsword and cobalt pickaxe. And, oh yes, for the osmium hammer, he changed it over to use, where's the right key? There it is. Thaumium tough rod. So we have an extra modifier on it, I believe. Oh yes, the wool farm. That's right. Actually, I will remind me to swing around back that way. I'll try to remember, because actually, let's just do it now, otherwise I will forget. Let's see if I can remember how to get to it, because that might be interesting. Yes, I remembered. Gory has set up an awesome farm using Aura Cascade, and hopefully Gory can provide us with the name of the Aura Cascade block that is used. But basically, the way it functions, cascading colorer, there it is. What it does is it randomly dyes the sheep different colors, and it also encourages them to grow their fur a lot quicker. And using a wrench from MFR to shear them, we now have an infinite amount of every color of the rainbow in wool. And that is fabulous. So, no more wool problems. Which makes me happy, because I like to have lots of different things to build with and muck about with. In fact, we're almost getting to the point where I can sort of think about building things, like making this place look a little bit less like a hole in the wall. Alright, we've also been getting some firefly jars because Greater Raider has set up, I think it was Greater Raider, who had set up an ender quarry to harvest some hollow hills in the Twilight Forest. So we're starting to get some things from those hollow hills, and of course that includes firefly jars. So we've made use of them in various places. Our bedroom is now nicely lit with fireflies instead of nasty, ugly torches. Gory crafted it, and Greater Raider set it up. It is a joint effort, as many of our projects are. Oh, and the... Okay, I don't remember that before. An MV wire connector. Interesting. Okay, anyway. Greater Raider told me where the autocrafter was hidden that I was talking about last time. Am I digging on the wrong side? Industrial squeezer. No, it should be over here. There it is. Okay. Alright, so the autocrafter that we're using is from Project Red. And obviously you set up a recipe plan. In this case, we are turning pumpkins into pumpkin seeds and then squeezing the heck out of them. So, it was here. I knew it was here somewhere. I just didn't know exactly where. So, Greater Raider filled me in. Right, so additional work has been done by the fellas to connect up the farm to the storage system. So that's all done. That's under the covers down here. So I don't know if I can see where the line is going. My guess is it's going through this wall here, judging from the piping. So that's one of the Ender IO covers. Oh, and it looks like we got something new down here. Down here we have an Ender chest. Oh, access to that. Okay. And interesting. I didn't know that it was planting anything. I see there's raspberry seeds in here and ender lily seeds. So it must be replanting them? If so, that's awesome. I wasn't aware that it was set up. I thought that if you... Oh, the raspberry seeds are just to stop anything else going in. I see. Okay. So it's just planting in this corner with the ender. Okay. That makes sense now. I was about to say I didn't think it was being used, but it is. Yes, if it isn't filtered, it plants everything everywhere, and we don't want that. Alright, actually, speaking of raspberry seeds, I better make sure I have raspberry seeds. Alright, you can see the fruit of my labors, no pun intended. I have put out chests for all the seeds that we currently have, and put them in categories, just like I did in Tokencraft 2. So we have witchery, we have Thom, of course, a big area for Botania. And this is spices, etc., 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 because there's lots and lots and lots of them. I have also automated the seed examining, just like I figured out how to do in Tokencraft 2, and, well, it works there. The only thing was we did run into an error and a crash, which I suspect will probably be fixed in the update, at least I hope so. The thermal energistics pipes and the servo, it caused an error and a crash of the whole server. So that's why I replaced them with item conduits. So it's a little different from my setup in Tokencraft 2, but it still does the same thing, which is pull in the unexamined seeds, examines them, and then throws them in that chest there, which just makes it a little simpler. Alright, was there something else I was going to show? Gory has been working on his Thom over here. And of course this is my area for making my seeds better without me having to stand here and water them. And that is doing its thing. And I set up our cocoa beans farm, which is manual. And oh dear, that's not good. I have to, well, no, I don't want to use this one. Hang on here. I've got to go get, I accidentally broke the farm there, so when I was cleaning up my attempt to grow the netherwort, I accidentally took away 2 slabs that I shouldn't have. Because by putting the slabs all around and on top of the oreberry bushes, they are in darkness and they will grow. There we go. I just need 2. Fantastic. And I don't know if I talked about this on the end of the day tour, but Robert set up and created ender pouches for all of us for a shared ender chest that is not connected to the AE system. And that way we can exchange items, and we have started keeping our shared tools in there. Although now that we're getting so many resources, I imagine we'll start to have more personal tools rather than communal tools. There we go. So now you can see that the light went away as soon as on the interior. So I'll just do that again in case you weren't watching. See? There's light. It's dark. So now the gold bushes are going to start growing again. Because gold is one of the things we are really short on. Okay, I think that's about it for me to what I wanted to show you in the farm area. We do have a market to buy some of the seeds if I decide I need them sooner. I'm probably going to mostly grow them by crossbreeding, because if I do it with 10-10-10 seeds, then they start out as 5-5-5. Whereas if you buy them from the market, not only do they cost emeralds, which are in short supply, but they also start out as 1-1-1, which means you have to, well, do all the work to get them up to be really good seeds. But, speaking of emeralds, and knowing of the impending apocalypse of the world, Robert has taken a leaf out of my book and has rescued a village. Now, we didn't have the resources to rescue the village in its entirety, including the buildings, so Robert has built a small village here and moved in the rescued personnel. And I've already explained to them what's going on. Apparently they'd already heard about the impending apocalypse. I guess they had a prophecy. Because when I told them about the prophecy, they already knew about it. They weren't surprised. And we now have tax collection set up. Although I prefer to call it rent, but Gory wants to call it tax. So Gory is busy setting up... Aha, I see. Let me just shift into a smaller form so I can check out his rent collection system. Alright, so here we go. We have a transfer node. And as you can see, it looks like it's probably connecting right back to this our system. So it's going. Is it already going into our AE system? It is. Awesome. And you're saying tax because it's their homes. They're just paying for upkeep. Oh, I see. That's true. I didn't think of it that way. That does make a lot of sense. Because, yeah, it is theirs. It is their village now. So, yes, I like tax collection. I will stop calling it rent. Because they are going to be living here. You know, unless they decide to set up a new village elsewhere. But, so I believe Robert has some additional plans to give them more nice things to make it a even nicer village. But as you can see, he's already set up a farm for them, so they're all set. They probably need a well. Although, for now, in a pinch, they can use the water here. But probably a well, and, well, it's Robert's project. I will leave it to him. But, oh, and Gory did bring Parallax up from downstairs. So Parallax is back looking after his villagers because he originally came from their village. That's where Gory encouraged him to move from. And BVB, hello, welcome to the stream. I'm just doing the end of the day tour, but hey there. Yes, recruited with quotes around it. I'm glad you heard the quotes. Right. Actually, you know what? That looks cool. Alright, guys. That is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this end of the day tour, and hopefully I didn't forget anything. There's actually a lot more things than I realized. In any case, I hope to see you in the stream sometime. You all take care now. Bye.